Climbing these steps toward independence and employment brings blind and visually impaired Idahoans to the second floor of the Idaho Commission for the Blind and Visually Impaired in Boise, and to the Assessment and Training Center, or ATC. It is here that clients have the opportunity to learn the skills and gain the confidence they will need to prepare for or maintain employment.
Well, when I first see a client, they often don't have any idea what they're going to be able to do. And because of the low expectations that people have and the limited understanding of what's possible, they're often feeling very limited, and sometimes they'll even give up a job, or they will sell equipment. For instance, they might sell their sewing machine or sell shop equipment, thinking that they would never be able to do their woodshop projects or do home repairs. And then they come into the training center, and of course we do not have anyone come in until they have toured and are fully familiar with the process. They come in and they're amazed at what they can learn. I want people to attend the training center for two reasons that are very much related. The first is I want them to learn compensatory skills, that is, alternative techniques or ways to handle problems that result from having a vision loss. It's important that they learn this because an employer certainly isn't going to know how to handle a vision problem. The person needs to know how to handle their own disability. And the second reason is equally important, and that is to help a person develop a positive belief system about their vision loss. When you stop and think about it, we act according to what we believe about something, not necessarily what we know. And I've had people with perfectly good skills who have not caught the idea that they can actually do it. Their belief system tells them no, and therefore, even though their skills are good, they may not actually act on those skills to use them. So it's very important to also work on the belief system.
At the ATC, students are taught non-visual skills that increase their ability to function anywhere, anytime, and under any conditions, regardless of how much vision they may have. Students will wear sleep shades over their eyes during classes so they can begin to trust the skills they are learning and practicing. Each student progresses through the curriculum at their own pace, and the amount of time they spend in the ATC depends on how much they want to learn. Clients in the ATC attend classes in orientation and mobility, industrial arts, computer literacy, assistive technology, activities of daily living, Braille, and job readiness.
Here in the Assessment and Training Center, we teach orientation and mobility, which allows people to get around in their environments independently. We use sleep shades and canes, and the reason for that is our motto is anywhere, anytime, under any condition. It's really important for a person to be able to get around and do whatever they need to on an independent basis. And so the sleep shades allows a person to learn the skills and the techniques that are going to be necessary in order to do that. And then with the cane, with using their other senses, hearing, smell, tactile, their touch, feel, they're able to manipulate those environments to get around like anybody else would.
As soon as I put the blindfold on, it was a whole new world, so it was kind of confusing, but after a week or two, it was easy. And now they can tell me wherever to go, and I make it without any trouble.
I've been in the field for close to 17 years now, and I've never found a person who is successful professionally if they're not successful personally, meaning that they can get around in their environments independently, do the things that everybody else does. And a lot of times they come here with a lack of confidence, and that's a big reason for the training, as well as being around other people who may have some difficulties. You're not alone, and so it's a great resource.
It's a wonderful program. You know, anybody who is visually impaired or blind should take it, because the little things help. Even if you think you have all the skills in the world and you can do most of it, how I was when I first came, putting blindfolds on, it's a whole new world. You don't even know. I learned from them, and so I want to have that confidence and everything to become a better teacher when I'm in the classroom.
My class basically covers all of those skills that are necessary for daily living. So that's going to be your cooking, your cleaning, laundry. Obviously, we're going to talk about finances, how to pay bills non-visually, keep track of all that kind of thing. Basically, whatever is involved from the moment you get up till the end of the day, other than your vocational piece, which is going to be your job.
Making biscuits. You got to measure everything and cut them and make sure everything's properly done.
These daily living skills are super important because we've seen if you can't manage your daily living skills, there's no way you're going to be able to manage your professional life and that vocational piece. For an example, if I can't get up, get ready for work in a reasonable time frame, how am I going to be able to manage my job and keep track of all of those things?
I've made sandwiches, eggs, cornbread. As you go along, they will teach you everything you need to know.
In the beginning, yeah, they're just going to start with the basics. We're going to start with safety, stovetop safety, mixing and measuring, using a knife safely. By the end of training, they do a 3-course meal where they're preparing enough food, 3 courses for approximately 15 to 20 people. So they'll be doing that all under shades.
In Braille class, we know it's very important that once a person loses his vision, he still needs to be literate, or that is, he needs to be able to read and write. So in Braille, we teach Braille reading and how to write Braille. Braille is so important for people going to work or going back to run a home, take care of family, and manage the house. I use Braille every single day, both here at work, of course, and I have a Braille calendar. I make notes in Braille. I use recipes, just anything you would use a pencil and paper for. A student needs to learn Braille for that. So at work, they may need to jot down a phone number, they may need to take notes at a meeting. It's just crucial to be literate.
Right now I'm learning Braille, and I'm learning how to do the letter O, which is pretty much bumps 1, 5, and 3.
Braille's not that hard to learn if you come every day. We just take it a step at a time, a letter at a time. These students in here right now are new students. They're all on different letters. Once you get through the alphabet, then we start learning the shorthand form of Braille or contracted Braille. And I like to tell people that anytime you want to use your pencil or your pen and paper, we need Braille for that. We're not always going to have a computer or a tape recorder. Batteries die, and you need to be able to write down something with a slate and a stylus, just like a pencil.
And that's what we learn. We learn different bumps. There's 6 bumps in Braille. In case I don't know where I'm at and I can't see the signs or anything, the Braille will help me figure out how to use it, because the Braille will never go away. It's very important.
The primary purpose of the shop class is to help develop and strengthen confidence. Society, as well as individuals themselves, sometimes can have stigmas about their blindness and feel limited, or stigmas towards blindness and feel limited in what they're able to do. And the shop class is designed to help get them involved in a creative process, and along that creative process, the students are able to develop and strengthen that confidence. They start to learn valuable skills, not just in woodworking, but transferable skills such as problem solving, organization, and valuable things that can help them develop a better sense of confidence, self-worth, and feel less limited, and eventually get to the point where they can be independent and be integrated into the workplace and community and feel just as productive and viable as their sighted counterpart. Any tools can be potentially dangerous, but we do cover safe and effective techniques where a student is able to use a variety of skills based on identifying landmarks, so they know where it's safe to stand, where it's safe to put their hands, what they have to do themselves to be able to stay safe, what they need to know about the material to stay safe with the material, as well as what they need to know about the machine to stay safe with the machine. As they're able to identify different landmarks, as they're able to understand the material and understand the machine, Then they're able to tie all that together, and just like a sighted person would be able to use safe and effective techniques, then they are able to use safe and effective techniques using the various tools, hand tools as well as power tools.